We've got some breaking news out of the NFL where the Browns have signed Shedeur Sanders to his rookie deal. Our NFL insider Jonathan Jones reporting that it's a 4-year, $4.6 million.
It began like any other NFL draft story. A young quarterback with great goals vying for a spot in the game. But this wasn't just any quarterback. And this would not be a story. Because when the Cleveland Browns took Shedeur Sanders, son of NFL legend Deion Coach Prime Sanders, in the 5th round, no one predicted what would happen next. On paper, it appeared routine. A $4.6 million rookie contract is typical for a player picked that late. The analysts scarcely blink. The sports world has moved on. What about behind the scenes? Shedeur was preparing something unprecedented in NFL history. While the league's best picks received big signing bonuses and typical sponsorship deals, Shedeur completely changed the game. He wasn't simply signing a contract, he was rewriting the rules. Shedeur, in a move known as Prime Equity, took a blowtorch to the NFL's outmoded pay paradigm, sending front offices into a hushed fear. This wasn't only about football. This was about control, about ownership, about changing the power balance from billionaire club owners to the players who make the game enjoyable to watch. Shedeur didn't enter the NFL looking for a shot. He came in with leverage, with a media empire. He aimed to be compensated not only for touchdowns, but also for his influence, culture, and brand which he established prior to playing in the NFL. And now, the league is unsure whether to admire or fear him. This is how Shedeur Sanders demolished NFL contract rules, and why his prime equity approach could revolutionize professional sports forever. When the Cleveland Browns selected Shedeur Sanders with the 144th overall pick, it received little attention. 5th-round rookies aren't expected to move mountains. They're supposed to show themselves, compete for a roster place, and hope to make it through training camp. What about Shedeur? He entered the league playing a very different game. On the surface, his contract appeared typical. His rookie contract is 4 years and $4.6 million, which is not unusual given his draft position. Most players sign such agreements without thinking twice. But there was something in the fine print that no NFL management expected. Clause 8.1, Prime Equity Incentives and Media Rights Addendum. It sounded innocuous. But what about this particular clause? That was a nuclear bomb hidden in legalese. First, Shedeur obtained full ownership of all of his personal media assets, including YouTube videos, Twitch broadcasts, Instagram lives, and films. All of his creative work remained his, unaffected by the league. While other athletes traded away their likenesses for peanuts, Shedeur ensured that his digital empire remained his property. Second, he earned a $2 million incentive if his online work received more than 10 million views during the season. Not touchdowns, not in yards. Views, engagement, influence. Third, he agreed to a 20% revenue cut on any team items displaying his name or brand, which is unprecedented for a rookie, let alone one picked in the 5th round. And the wildest part, the equity match clause allows Shedeur to co-invest in any future Browns media endeavors. This was not a football contract. It was a startup founder's deal. Ownership, revenue pooling, media power. Shedeur challenged the NFL's rigid system, prompting front offices to consider the possibility of rookies making unreasonable demands. Shedeur Sanders was more than just another quarterback hoping for a chance. He was already a brand, a movement, a media machine. While other rookies were racing for agent meetings and media interviews, Shedeur was growing a following, expanding his YouTube channel, holding Twitch streams, and selling out merchandise. Every stage of his football career, from high school stardom to his college days with Coach Prime at Jackson State and Colorado, was videotaped, edited, and marketed. He didn't only play football. He transformed his life into a business. Shedeur was renowned for more than just being Deion Sanders' son and a promising quarterback when he declared for the draft. He was a successful digital entrepreneur who earned money through NIL, name, image, likeness, deals, YouTube ad revenue, branded content, and garment sales. Some estimates say he earned $2 to $3 million per year before even playing in the NFL. So when it came time to negotiate his rookie contract, Shedeur did not come in as an optimistic prospect. He strolled in like a CEO. He did not beg for endorsements. He did not accept the league's normal image rights arrangement. He wanted payment for what he brought to the table, which included not just his arm, but also his audience. This is the rise of the athlete entrepreneur, a new kind of player who is as adept at marketing partnerships as they are at reading defenses. Shedeur challenged the traditional idea of shut up and play. He demonstrated that today's players not only wear a jersey, but also control their brand, media, and command attention on their own terms. What was the result? A fifth-round rookie whose off-field business moves are creating more buzz than most first-round picks. What about the NFL? They didn't see it coming. The NFL has traditionally followed a basic formula. Clubs wield control, players are compensated based on performance, and rookies understand their role. Contracts focused on statistics, playing time, and league-controlled branding. For decades, that paradigm worked, until Shedeur Sanders demolished it. Shedeur's Prime Equity deal compensates him for more than just touchdowns and Pro Bowl appearances. He is monetizing his brand audience and material, all of which are typically under NFL owners' control. That is precisely why they are panicking. Imagine if rookies were to turn up wanting revenue cuts from products, media rights to their material, and multi-million-dollar social media bonuses. The league's inflexible wage structure was not designed for this level of player empowerment. It was predicated on the idea that players needed the NFL more than the NFL needed them. Shedeur turned that on its head. What is the scariest thing for club owners? Shedeur does not even need the league to earn money. His fans follow him, not the Browns. Brands want him, not some generic Cleveland QB. If the team fired him tomorrow, he'd still make money from content, endorsements, and merchandise. For the first time, a player is entering the NFL with more clout than the team that drafted him. The rippling effect is genuine. Other athletes, particularly those who benefited from the NIL system in college, are keeping an eye on things. They're recognizing they don't have to give up their rights for peanuts. They can enter negotiations with genuine authority, demanding accords that recognize both their talent and cultural worth. If this thinking spreads, NFL owners will have to reconsider everything: contracts, media partnerships, merchandising, and even how they scout prospects. Because in this new era, a player's value extends beyond the playing field. It lies in their brand, their target demographic, and their capacity to influence culture. Shedeur Sanders has just lighted the fuse. What began as a bold rookie move is swiftly evolving into a roadmap for the future of professional sports. Shedeur Sanders Prime Equity agreement is more than just a clever contract modification. It's a strategic move. He's demonstrated that athletes can enter the league as media entrepreneurs, not as hired hands. If this catches on, the NFL's business model might undergo a revolution. Consider this: clubs will evaluate more than just 40-yard sprint times and passing accuracy. They will assess social media reach, brand collaborations, and content engagement. GMs will meet with marketing consultants, not only scouts. Teams will not just draft athletes, but also invest in influencers, artists, and culture shapers. This is the athlete as enterprise model. Players own their material, negotiate brand equity, and use media reach to increase earnings. And it's not just about football. The NBA, MLB, and even worldwide soccer leagues are paying attention. The prime equity concept extends beyond sports, with sportsmen claiming control of their names, images, and global audiences. For NFL owners accustomed to controlling every money stream, this is a terrible scenario. But what about the players? This is a wake-up call, a reminder that power is moving, and Shedeur Sanders could be just the first of many to lead the charge. The era of passive players has ended. Welcome to the era of athlete CEOs. Shedeur Sanders did not only sign a rookie contract, he started a movement. Shedeur challenged everything we thought we understood about athlete contracts by utilizing his brand, content, and cultural influence, forcing the NFL to take attention. He isn't simply playing the game, he is reshaping the business around it. In an era where followers and engagement can exceed Super Bowl ratings, Shedeur demonstrated that a player's genuine worth goes well beyond the field. He's not chasing touchdowns for a paycheck. He's establishing long-term assets, controlling his narrative, and shaping his legacy on his own terms. This is not a craze. It is the future. Whether the NFL likes it or not, prime equity is here to stay. Because Shedeur Sanders did not just enter the league, he defied the system and demonstrated to the next generation of sportsmen how to take control of their abilities.